Have you ever meticulously counted your calories, sticking to all those zero-calorie foods, only to find the number on the scale going up? It's a frustrating experience, and I've been there. You think you're making all the right choices, but something just isn't working. Today, we're going to dive deep into this paradox and uncover the truth behind these supposed diet-friendly options. I'm going to break down exactly why some zero-calorie foods might be sabotaging your weight loss journey and what you can do about it. We'll explore the science, separate fact from fiction, and give you practical, actionable advice that you can start using right away. Let's start with the most common culprit: diet sodas. The label says 0 calories, 0 sugar, so it must be harmless, right? Not exactly. The problem lies with the artificial sweeteners. When you drink a diet soda, your tongue tastes sweetness, and it sends a signal to your brain that sugar is on its way. In response, your pancreas can release insulin to prepare for the incoming sugar and manage your blood sugar levels. But here's the catch: the sugar never arrives. This can lead to a state of confusion in your body's metabolic signaling. Over time, this constant miscommunication can contribute to insulin resistance, a condition where your cells don't respond well to insulin and can't easily take up glucose from your blood. This not only increases your risk for type 2 diabetes, but also makes it much harder for your body to burn fat. Instead, it gets primed to store the energy from the next real food you eat as fat, especially around your midsection. So that seemingly innocent can of diet soda could be setting you up for weight gain later in the day. Next up, let's talk about sugar-free gum. Many of us chew it to curb cravings or freshen our breath, thinking it's a completely benign habit. But there's a physiological process that happens every time you start chewing. The act of chewing itself is the first step in digestion. It signals your stomach to start producing digestive acids and enzymes in preparation for food. When you're just chewing gum, no food actually follows. This can lead to a couple of issues. Firstly, you're essentially revving up your digestive system for no reason, which can sometimes lead to bloating or discomfort. Secondly, and more importantly for weight management, some studies suggest that the artificial sweeteners found in most sugar-free gums can actually increase your hunger and cravings for sweet, high-calorie foods later on. One study even indicated that people who chewed this type of gum were less likely to eat fruit and more likely to opt for junk food. So, while you think you're taming your sweet tooth, you might just be making it roar louder down the line. Now, let's discuss a food that is genuinely healthy on its own but often gets ruined: celery. We've all heard that celery is a negative calorie food, meaning it takes more calories to digest than it contains. And that's true. On its own, celery is a fantastic, hydrating, fiber-rich snack. The problem isn't the celery. It's what we pair it with. How many of us eat plain celery sticks? More often than not, they serve as a vehicle for creamy dips like ranch dressing, blue cheese, or even high-fat peanut butter. Let's take ranch dressing, for example. A standard serving of just 2 tablespoons can pack around 140 calories, most of which come from fat. Suddenly, your virtuous, low-calorie snack has been transformed into a high-calorie one. You might eat half a cup of celery sticks and think you've only consumed about 8 calories, but if you've dunked them in a quarter cup of ranch, you've actually added nearly 300 calories to your daily total without even realizing it. The key here is mindfulness about the entire package, not just the base ingredient. Let's move on to another seemingly innocent snack: pickles. They're crunchy, satisfying, and have virtually no calories. What could be the problem? The answer is sodium. Pickles are made by preserving cucumbers in a brine of salt and vinegar. While this process makes them delicious, it also loads them with an incredible amount of sodium. A single large dill pickle can contain more than half of your recommended daily sodium intake. When you consume high levels of sodium, your body responds by retaining water to dilute it and maintain a proper balance of electrolytes. This water retention can cause you to gain several pounds of water weight almost overnight. While this isn't actual fat gain, seeing the number on the scale jump up can be incredibly discouraging and make you feel bloated and puffy. It can mess with your motivation and make you think your diet isn't working, when in reality it's just a temporary fluid shift caused by excess salt. If you love pickles, look for low-sodium varieties or enjoy them in moderation. Finally, let's tackle the world of zero-calorie energy drinks. They promise energy without the calories, which sounds like the perfect solution for a mid-afternoon slump. However, the way they deliver that energy can have a direct impact on fat storage. These drinks are often loaded with massive amounts of caffeine and other stimulants. A huge jolt of caffeine triggers your body's stress response, causing your adrenal glands to release cortisol, the primary stress hormone. While cortisol is necessary for many bodily functions, chronically high levels are bad news for your waistline. High cortisol signals to your body that it's in a state of emergency, prompting it to conserve energy. One of the ways it does this is by promoting the storage of visceral fat, which is the deep, dangerous belly fat that surrounds your organs. Essentially, you're stressing your body into holding onto fat, particularly in the abdominal area. Instead of a manufactured energy drink, try a cup of black coffee or green tea, which provides a more moderate dose of caffeine without the extreme hormonal spike. So what's the takeaway from all of this? The path to sustainable health and weight management isn't about finding hacks or relying on foods labeled diet or zero calorie. It's about focusing on whole, unprocessed foods. When I made the switch from all these so-called diet foods to things like plain sparkling water, black coffee, and actual whole vegetables, the change was remarkable. It might not feel as exciting as a quick fix, but it's what truly works. Instead of diet soda, try infusing water with lemon, mint, or berries. Instead of drowning your celery in ranch, try it with a little bit of hummus or just enjoy its natural crunch. Building healthy habits around real food is the most effective and sustainable strategy for reaching your goals. Thanks for watching today. If you found this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based nutrition and fitness tips. See you in the next one.